How you doing, gang? So in today's video, I want to talk about having the right equipment, right? Now, having the right equipment is very, very important for whatever jobs you're going to do. But primarily in the trucking business, it's very important to have the right equipment because the right equipment can make things a lot easier for you in doing your work, right? And in a previous video, I talked about a niche, and in that niche I talk about having the equipment to do the kind of job that you need to do so you don't have issues along the way, right? And one of those is a long hauler, right? Long hauler, they have to have a sleeper in the back of the truck, unless you're going to have to pretty much plan your route accordingly, so you know that along your route there are going to be motels and hotels that you can pull over and take a nap. And you also have to make sure that if you're driving a big tractor trailer, is that place, can that accommodate a truck that size? Because those trucks are a lot bigger with a trailer, and you don't know which town you're going to go into if it's going to be feasible for you to have a bigger vehicle, right? So you have to make sure that you plan your trip accordingly, and that's a lot of head work when you have to go from the East Coast to West Coast, and you have to figure out, can I park here? Is this the right hotel? Is that do I have to go far off the beaten path to make sure I can pull over and have a nap and then carry on along the way? When you have a vehicle that have all of that, then that makes it easier for you to carry on doing your job. Now, if you're the guy that works in the city and you have a lot of close, tight areas, well, you don't want to have a big truck, because like a big truck to go into very tight areas and go into really tight alleyways and try to back up, that's not going to be easy. So if that's going to be the kind of work that you want to be in, then it's best to get either a cube van or get a cargo van or a straight truck so you can fit into tight places, because having a big semi truck in tight cities can be very, very stressful when you have to go through and navigate through the city, right? Not say it can be done, but you have to know who your customer is, because if you're dealing with a little store on a little side street, to have a big semi truck would not make any sense. So you have to know, what kind of equipment do I need to service my customers? And by knowing your customers, you know what your customers require, because if your customer is a small business and you need 1 or 2 skids, to get a big semi truck to service those, it would make any sense, right? So what I said in the last video about niches, by you knowing your customers and what they need, you can pretty much set yourself up and put yourself in a position now that you can service these customers, and you're not stretching yourself too far and getting equipment that's too much for the kind of work that you want to do. So you have to really take a really good look at what I'm going to do, the type of customers that I have, and is the equipment that I'm going to get is going to be really make sense for that kind of work. So by knowing what your customers' needs are, you can pretty much put yourself in a position now you can service your customer, and at the same time it works for you, right? It works for you for the kind of vehicle that you're going to get, and also to operate that vehicle throughout the week. You can manage it because it's not too much, right? And this is where knowing the kind of equipment that you need to have and you need to acquire makes a lot of sense, because now it's not about how big it is, it's also affordable. The operational cost of that vehicle every day. What amount of fuel am I going to put out every day to operate this truck? Can I fill it up at the beginning of the week and then it lasts me the whole week? You have to make sure that when you're doing that, you're not putting yourself in a position now that you can't serve your customers, because when you can't serve your customer, that's bad for business, and word travels fast. So people can put your name out there and say, you don't want to hire this guy because he can't get the load done, he doesn't have gas money, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that. It's bad for business. So by really taking the time to get the right equipment, one that you can manage financially and one that can serve your customer and pretty much put you in a good place where you can do your job and get a good job, do a good job with your customers and get it done, then that's very, very important. So before you hit the road, know what you want to do, what kind of equipment that you want to purchase, and your customers, what are your customers' needs, so you can also make sure that you serve your customer. Okay, so this is what I want to say on this video. If you have any questions, my email is just in the bottom of the screen there. You can reach out to me, and if any questions, let me know, or if you have any things that you want to share, I'm more open to that as well. So until next time, folks, be safe, and I'll see you on the next video. See you then.